Good morning. How are you? This is Marianne Grant, Life in Harmony podcast. How are you? This is the first day of your life. It's important. What are you going to do with it? Remember, I said to you I was going to talk to you about what's controlling us today and getting our heads right for the day. I'm going to read a list off to you and then focus on one thing that is really controlling me today, and I'm going to focus on that and talk about that. Okay, sarcasm is anger, emotions, bad attitude, enabling, people-pleasing, not able to say no, drugs, alcohol, pills, relationships, sex, lust, love, anger, rage, controlling everyone around you but yourself, distractions everywhere. Then you do nothing but have excuses, gambling, working out, food addiction, binge TV, phone, podcasts, news, caffeine, shopping, surgeries, pain, abusing your partners, men and women, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, sexually. And you may want to add to the list. It can carry on and carry on. So today, I really want to work on, this one is about pride, ego, and people working together, relationships, devaluing what you do, making what you do more important. There's so much of this that goes on with work partnerships, business partnerships, relationships, family, brothers and sisters. Just a lot of degrading, devaluing, and beating down and making like what they do is more important. And let's talk about value in a relationship, with a friendship, with a partnership, with a working partnership. I think it's important in the beginning to see what the two of you can bring to the table before you even enter into a partnership and value who the two of you are. And when you go into a relationship, one of the things I did with my second marriage was weigh and measure how much dysfunction I wanted. And I was one of these people that looked at all your character defects before I even decided whether or not I liked you, what I could and could not live with because of what happened to me in the past. So my husband that I'm married to now was guarded. I was guarded. He was out there for 6 years. And I truly, my 3 years of Joe being away, I was on my own. So I really realized what I want and what I don't want. And I was able to clean up all that mess to never repeat that again. So my guards were up, my shield was up, and I knew what I wanted. But what happens is when you bring some residue from your past that you didn't clean up, it's going to show up in your new relationship. And I'm going on 25 years, and that's what's happening to me now in my relationship. We are business partners. We built a dynasty together of real estate. My husband and I have over 50 apartments, and he does the developing. I do the people. I do the managing. I put out all the fires. I'm damage control in every area. I'm there to keep the harmony. I manage my home like it's a business. And when you come into my home, it's just so peaceful. And I create this energy to keep my husband stimulated, to keep me going, so we can both go at the same level. Now we're at the point where we're coming towards the end of shutting things down and doing wills, and we're not seeing eye to eye. And this is from his residue from the past. I'm at peace to say that I'm not angry at my ex-husband. I'm not angry at all the work I did in my marriage. I'm not angry about the work I did in other stuff that I've done. I've come to peace with the wrongs that happened to me. And I just love people for who they are and where they are. But my husband did not do this. So what I'm willing to do is to clean this up because I love him and he loves me. Two wrongs don't make a right. He can't see my point of view. I can't see his point of view. But again, we both equally busted our asses together. We are a hell of a team. He's fine without me. I'm fine without him. And like I said, together we are badass. So I have learned that I'm going to need a mediator here in this one because the both of us are not budging on this one. And we need a counselor. And this is what I said about reaching out and getting help. I don't have pride and ego. I'm excited to ask for help. I'm actually really want to see truly where my partner's coming from. I want to learn truth. I learned something in my life. If you don't nip things in the beginning, they exacerbate and get really, really big. And then before you know it, your relationship is gone. And my sister used to say to me, "Why are you so disciplined? Why are you so focused?" And I said, "Because I know how easy it is for me to get out of control if I don't stay focused, if I don't stay disciplined. My head will go everywhere." And this is why I'm doing this podcast about getting our heads right in the morning, because it's real easy to stray from your thinking and go off into a completely different crazy world in your head that is so unrealistic. And that's the importance of accountability and having people pull you back and say, whoa, you're going out there too far. And that's something my husband and I were able to do in business. We just are a really nice balance. But right now I got a bombshell going on, and I'm ready to nip it right in the ass and see where it goes. But here's the beautiful thing about taking charge of your life and not needing anybody, but being with somebody because you truly love them. They can't manipulate you. They can't control you. They can't tell you what you can and cannot have. You carry that power, and you decide what you're willing to do. And that's a beautiful thing. So I am not a victim today. There was a time in my life where I had to make peace and harmony with everything and eat all the shit that came my way. Well, I don't have to do that anymore. I want to explain another thing in relationships of valuing all of our careers, everything we do. I found this by doing my workshops and hearing people share. This one woman attorney used to beat down her husband. He was the housewife, and devalued him like he was a nobody. And when I pointed that out to her in the workshop, that she's no better than he is, his job is just as important as her job, she really got to see how much of a bitch and how myopic in her thinking and how pathetic she sounded, because we're nothing without each other. We can't do this alone. And so many people try to feel like they're like the king and the queen of everything they do, where I'm nothing without my employees. I'm nothing without my help. The two of us, my husband and I, could have never built this by ourselves, but some people want to believe they do. And there goes the ego, there goes the pride. We need each other. Every job is important. So what I want you to do, those of you who feel devalued, that don't value your jobs, there are people devalue for your job, write down all the things you do all day and write your worth. And don't you allow anybody to tell you who you are. You decide what you want to step up. You decide what you want to change. And then when you get to where you want to get to, you look people in the eye and you know who you are and you make a stand. You have a conviction, and that's where you carry the power. That's where your soul comes in. And that's when you start taking charge of your life. And that is the greatest gift that each and every one can give ourselves. I have a beautiful story about my husband. His father's sister built a hospital in Haiti with Larry Mellon. And Larry Mellon went to school to be the doctor in his 40s. And his father's sister literally built the hospital in Haiti. But it's interesting. The doctor got more credit than her, and she busted her ass and did everything just as much as he did. But it's just, the moral of this story is, we all bring something to the table. We all have worth. And none of us can do this alone. And we need to start respecting everybody around us and respecting what everybody does. And we are the problem. And this is about taking care of our world. And most of the damage is done in our homes, with our siblings, with our loved ones, at the workforce. And then we pretend like it's all happening outside of the world with all these distractions. And really, everything that we can control, we can change. And that is truly taking care of the world. And all of a sudden, you're starting to speak up. You're starting to stand for things where before you just let everybody chew you up, spit you out, and treat you like a dog. Well, Taking care of the world is taking care of your world and speaking up, even when it's scary, even when it's fearful, and taking a stand for what it is you want in your life. All right, let's talk about balance. Not too much of anything. Our kids, our partner, our play, our work. When we stay balanced, it's life in harmony. When we abuse ourselves, everyone we love is infected by it. You cheat yourself and everyone around you. The level of love and respect you give yourself, that is the level of love and respect you give in return. The goal for all of us is life in harmony. Our thinking can make or break us. This is why we have to check our thinking and attitude all day long until it's as natural as going to the bathroom or you get backed up. This, my friend, is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Remember, behind every breakdown, there's a breakthrough around the corner. People say, I want to help, be a part of taking care of the world. Here's the good news. If you truly do take care of yourself all day and be a living example, that is taking care of the world. We all have gifts, we all have worth, we all have work to do. That is the true meaning of taking care of the world, doing your part, no exceptions. The answers lie inside of you. Your words mean nothing. Your actions say everything. Okay, I'm going to read a beautiful saying on spirituality. Spirituality begins when you decide you will never stop trying. Spirituality is the commitment to go beyond no matter what it takes. It's an infinite journey based upon going beyond yourself every minute of every day for the rest of your life. If you're truly going beyond, you're always at your limits. You're never back in the comfort zone. A spiritual being feels as though they're always against the edge and they're constantly being pushed through it. One should view their spiritual work as learning to live life without stress, problems, fear, or melodrama. This path of using life to evolve, spirituality is truly the highest path. Trust the process. The prerequisite to true freedom is to decide that you do not want to suffer anymore. You must decide that you want to enjoy your life and that there's no reason for stress, inner pain, or fear. It is a decision from your head to your heart. Message is from Michael Singer. All right, I'm going to read a little part of my book. Here we are. Let me see what I have here. All right. Chapter 3, page 13. Think non-judgmental thoughts. Listen to the message and don't kill the messenger. This is a tough step. We are all judgmental and have a tendency to judge others. When we become more aware of the reasons why we think this way, we are able to change. The most important part is to realize that without awareness, we can't change anything, not even ourselves. I have always been judgmental of the people closest to me. I have felt if I'm going to let them in my life and love them, the least they can do is act the way I feel they should and be who I think they should be. This is frustrating for everyone involved, and it can cause plenty of grief in a relationship. We can never change another person. The only person we can change in ourselves. This seems very basic, and yet many people spend their entire lives trying to change someone else and don't recognize that this is the true source of their frustration. If you fit into this category, my advice to you is this: let it go. It's not worth it. Get on with your life. Concentrate on being who you want to be. In doing so, you will attract healthy, loving people who won't need to be molded to your expectations. Well, I learned this as a mom and a grandma now, and with my first husband, because I wrote this book when my husband was away. And I was so busy focusing on judging him and everything he was doing that it didn't allow me to really look in the mirror. And the gift of him going away for 3 years, I had a lot of mirror looking into, and really getting humbled and honest with myself. And I had just as many issues as my first husband had. And people used to think that I was better than or whatever. It didn't matter. We were both equally screwed up. And I had to really look at my part and stop judging. And the things I've learned is so many people make the mistake when they marry someone or get in a relationship that they can love them to wellness. Nobody can love anybody to wellness. That's just the biggest mistake a human being can do. I don't care how wonderful your sex is, how physically connected you are. The real shit comes up when you start living together and being together and get to the core of living. That's just lust in love. The rest comes later. And it's a real test. And the more I started to heal and own my part, I realized what I was willing to settle for and not. And I was beaten up pretty badly all my life by being insecure, vulnerable, really truly loved from the bottom of my soul, but I didn't have boundaries. And I want to talk about boundaries. Boundaries are so important. And if we don't set boundaries, we're born selfish. We're all born selfish. And I don't care who you are. If your children can manipulate you, they will. If your children or partners can get away with something that you allow them to, they will. Everybody, we're born selfish. It's up to us to set the boundaries. It's up to us to say no. It's up to us to not people please. It's up to us to make everybody accountable for their actions. It's up to us to delegate our jobs. We have nobody to blame but ourselves. And we need to look at what we're willing to accept. And it's funny when you start changing in your partnership and people say, oh, I don't like who you're becoming, or I don't like, you're different. Well, yeah, I'm starting to take a stand. I'm not taking your shit anymore. They take advantage of your vulnerability and weakness, and many people do this. So it's important that you look at, this is why I do a daily podcast. We need to reevaluate our life daily of what we liked, what we didn't like. And if there's something we need to clean up, we need to clean that up and say, what can I change today? And you find yourself truly taking charge of your day and not having these issues. They become fewer and fewer. And you know exactly what to do when you feel that snap inside you, like, whoa, this just happened again. And you can correct it within 5 minutes. And for myself, I don't have bad days anymore. I just have bad moments. And I can go from 1 to 10 in 5 seconds, but I can bring it back down to 1 in another 5 seconds because I have the tools and the information to do so and have the plan of action of what I need to do. So each and every one of you, I want you to evaluate, look at your life and say, what do I want to change today? What do I want to do differently today? Who do I need to confront? I think that's a big problem, the people pleasing and telling people what they want to hear. That's a big one. I find it in my field wherever I go. And when you start breaking through that and have that become effortless, it's a wonderful feeling. And you don't give a shit what anybody else thinks, because in the end, no one gives a shit. You can only give a shit about yourself. And that's the reality. And you are the greatest thing, yourself, who you are. You're special to yourself and nobody else. Okay, let's talk about, I'm going to read off our checkoff list here. Okay, remember, work on one thing at a time. Eventually it will be a way of life. Don't do too much of anything. Balance is most important. I am clean and clear of all diseases and negative thoughts. I accept today where I am powerless. I have control where I have choices. I will reach out for help and use my tools today. I accept today and understand the only person I can change or regulate is myself. I will take time to hug and kiss my loved ones around me. I will show my partner today how much he or she is appreciated, needed, and loved. I will speak up for myself today. I will take charge of my life today and realize I am in charge of all my decisions. I will know when it's time to bail out and let go and trust the process. I will set realistic goals for myself. I will get 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight. I will set healthy boundaries around myself today. I will not allow anyone to speak to me with disrespect. I will make a conscious effort to eat healthy meals. I will take my vitamins, food supplements today. I will drink 6 to 8 glasses of water today. I will be good to myself today. Whoever can see through all fear will always be safe. I will talk with someone I trust and respect and be honest with them. Accountability is key. I will trust and reach out to my higher power today. I will say thank you for everything that happens to me today, good or bad. I will not do anything to cause harm to myself or others today. I am willing to change today. I will exercise today. I will pray for the well-being of myself and others today. I will write a list of all the things I want in a partner. If I become it, I will attract it. Discipline is freedom. Do 2 things a day you don't want to do to have a successful day. Trust the process. My 2 things today are always getting up early and doing my workout. After that, I can handle anything that comes my way. We can all heal together, one day at a time. This is a decision from your head to your heart, the greatest gift you can give yourself. You are worth it. If you want to order my books or do workshops with groups of 2, 10, 12, 20, it's fun, it's exciting. Email me at createyourspirit@gmail.com. Leave your number, I'll call you, I'll teach you how to do it. The more people we help win, the more we win. If you want to learn about my services, Life in Harmony online.com. You can reach me there. And again, if you want to leave a number, I'd be more than happy to call you and go over whatever it is that you need to go over. I am doing a podcast 5 days a week, Monday through Friday in the morning. And if you want to share it with people you love and respect, start with the introduction. There's madness to this order. Do podcast number 1, number 2. I start with the beginning of my book, and I talk about different things that are controlling us. Each day it's going to be something different. And this is a wonderful gift that you can give yourself and people that you love. And remember, I want you to have an unforeseen day today, and thank you for listening.